Okay, good morning students. So today we will learn about the elementary operations, that is transformations of a matrix, which is very much important. You know very well. From here, in every exam, in every CBSE board, one or two maths is compulsory. So we have to learn this topic very carefully. So 3 points are there. So first of all, the interchange of two rows or two columns. That means what? If suppose 3 by 3 matrices is there, then we can interchange two rows. If we are interchanging the rows, then we can interchange the rows, or if we are interchanging the columns, then two columns. Like that way. Suppose for example I am taking, let A equal to, randomly I am taking any matrices, suppose root 2, 3, minus 1, 7, 1, 4, and next minus 3, 5, anything, just take it 2. Okay, now applying over this matrix, applying R1 to R3, suppose. That means what this symbol means, that means R1 goes to R3 and R3 goes to R1. Then what we are having, we have, look at here, that means R1 is what? Root 2, 3 and minus 1, and R3 is what? Minus 3, 5 and 2, this is 5 and 2, so this will interchange. That means in the row 1, what it will come? Minus 3, 5, 2, and in the row 3, root 2, 3, minus 1, and row 2 will be no change. Okay, in similar way, if we do the column, suppose applying from here to here only I am doing, applying C1 tends to C2, then what we have? That means what? Column 1 is changing to column 2 and column 2 is changes to column 1. Column 1 is which one? This one is column 1 and this is column 2. So what we are getting? So column 1 is changed to column 2. That means here 3, 1, 5 and there root 2, 7, minus 3. And here column 3 which will no change. I hope the first point of the elementary operations of a matrix, that is the interchange of two rows and two columns, are clear. Now the second one, the students be careful here, the multiplications. The multiplications of elements of any row or column by a non-zero scalar. Okay, so let us take up an example. Suppose A equal to any matrix, you just check it out, any matrix 2, 1, 0. Okay, then after root 2, 6, 3, okay, then 5, minus 3, 2. Okay, now applying the operation, what I told, the multiplications of elements of any row. So first of all I am taking with the row. So applying, suppose R2 tends to 1 by 5 R2 prime, because if you want to disintegrate or if you want to just make it change, that is R2 prime is the new R2. That means whichever you are framing that row, that second row, and this R2 means the previous one. So what we will get, R1 will be remain as it is, so 2, 1, 0, but R2 will be changed. That means R2 prime is equal to 1 by 5 R2. That means this is a scalar quantity you are multiplying with the row 2. That means 1 by 5 into root 2 here, 1 by 5 into 6 here, 1 by 5 into 3 here, correct? And 5 minus 3, 2. So ultimately you are getting what? 2, 1, 0, root 2 by 5, 6 by 5 and 3 by 5 over here, and 5 minus 3, 2. I hope it is clear. Next, applying from here to here, this is the row operations I have done. Now I am applying, suppose, column operations. Now I am applying, suppose C2 prime tends to 3C2. Then what will happen? C1 will be remain as it is. C1 is this one, so 2 root 2 5, and C2 that means new C2 will be 3C2, that means 3 into 1 here, 3 into 6 here, 3 into minus 3 here, 0, 3 and 2 will remain as it is. So what you are getting, 2 root 2 5, 2 root 2 5, this one 3, 18 here, minus 9 here, 0 here, 3 here, 2. Correct? So this is second point, that the multiplications of elements of any row or column by a matrix non-zero scalar, by a non-zero scalar. This is a non-zero scalar, that means here 1 by 5 is the scalar and here 3 is the scalar. Okay, I hope it is clear, students. Okay, so now the third one, the additions of the elements of any row or column, the corresponding elements of any other row or column multiplied by any non-zero scalar. Okay, multiplied by any non-zero scalar. So I have just taken randomly 1 3 by 3 matrices. Then after I am applying the row transformation as well as the column transformation, then it will be more clear to you. So just look at here, applying, suppose R1 prime tends to R1 plus 2R2. Look at here, one thing we should note it down, and we should be very careful about that. Whenever we are doing the operations over the R1, then R1 will be written at first. If R2 here, then R2 will be written at first. Then after the corresponding any rows or the columns. So what will be the changes coming? So here only the R1 will change. R1 means what? 3 minus 1 4. This will be reframed. So what we are getting, R1 prime means whatever the row 1 will be we will get, that will be R1 plus 2 R2. That means 3 plus 2 into 2. Here minus 1 plus 2 into 9, because 9 is in R2, and here 4 plus 2 into 5, and row 2 and row 3 will be unchanged. Here 2 9 5, here 1 0 2. So ultimately you are getting what? 2 2s are 4 plus 3 7 here. Here 18 minus 1 means 17, and here 10 plus 4 means 14, and here 2 9 5 1 0 2. Correct? Now in similar way, if we do the operations over the column from here only, applying C1, suppose C1 prime tends to C1 plus minus 1 by 3 C2. Look at here, one more thing I have to note it down. As I told here, by any non-zero scalar quantity or scalar. So here 2 is the scalar, and here minus 1 by 3 is the scalar. Okay. So what we are getting here, so look at here, C1 is going to change. C1 means what? This one. This one will be reframed. So C2 and C3 will be as it is. So C1 will be what? C1 prime will be what? 3 plus minus of 1 by 3 into C2, that means into minus 1. Correct? Because minus 1 is in C2. Next, 2 plus minus 1 by 3 into 9. Why 9? Because 9 is in C2. Next, 1 plus minus 1 by 3 into 0. This will be new C1 prime, and C2 and C3 will be, no changes will be there. So what you are getting, this one 3 plus 1 by 3, 3 plus 1 by 3, correct? 3 plus 1 by 3, here 3, that means 2 minus 3, and here 1, minus 1 9 0 4 5 2. That means you are getting here 10 by 3, minus 1 1, minus 1 9 0 4 5 and 2. I hope it is clear, students. So these are the elementary operations by which we can do the elementary operations. Now I will take few examples to make you clear, so that you can be much clear about the elementary operations row wise also and column wise also separately. Okay students? Okay students, now we will discuss few problems over the elementary transformations. Okay, so first of all I have chosen one map. Using elementary row transformations, find the inverse of the matrix A equal to 1, 2, 3, 7. Okay, which already came in the year 2007. First of all, the row transformations. So solution. So here A equal to what? 1, 2, 3, 7. We know, or we know what? A equal to IA. We know very well this one, correct? So just note it down. A means here what? 1, 2, 3, 7. And I means identity matrix, we know very well. So 1, 0, 0, 1, as it is a 2 by 2 matrix A. So now which type of transformations or how we will proceed? The most important thing is there, what the things is going in our mind, that what we will do, which type of operations. Okay, row transformation. So what I will do? So our target is to make here identity matrix. Students, once again I am telling you, our target is to make this one as a identity matrix by the row transformations. So identity matrix means what we know. Identity matrix means 1, 0, 0, 1. Yes or no? So look at here, 1 is already there. Anyhow, I have to make this one 0, this one 0, and this one 1. So let us apply. First of all, R2 prime tends to R2 minus 3 R1. Why I have taken this one? Look at here, this is 3 here. So anyhow, this 3 minus 3 multiplied by 1, then automatically this one will be 0. Go one by one. So first of all, I am trying to make this one by one. So row 1 will be unchanged, this one will be 0, and this one will be 7 minus 6. 7 minus 6 means obviously it will be what? 1, equal to same operations, whatever the operations you are doing in the left hand side, same operation you will have to do in the right hand side also. So this one will be no changes, but here what the changes will come? Here it will be minus 3 and here it will be 1A. Now look at here, already you have got this one by comparing identity matrix. By comparing the identity matrix, you have got this one, you have got this one, you have got this one. Anyhow, now you have to transform this one into 0. So applying which one? R1 prime tends to R1 minus 2 R2. Look at here. Okay. So automatically this one will be 1, this will be 0, this will be 0, this will be 1, equal to here also the same transformations if I conduct. What we are getting here? 7, here minus 2, here minus 3, here 1. A. So we have started, look at here, we have started with A equal to IA, correct? And ultimately you have got here identity matrix, that means I in the left hand side. So I equal to some matrix multiplied by A. So from here A equal to IA, that means what? I equal to A inverse A. So whatever the matrix you have got, that is A inverse. So you can write therefore A inverse equal to 7 minus 2 minus 3 1. Okay. So by row transformations you have got the inverse value. Correct students? Okay. Okay. Now next maths I have taken by using column transformations. Okay. So same as it is here, A equal to 2 5 1 3, and this maths also came in the year 2011. So same process. Solution. Here A equal to 2 5 1 3. Okay. So we know A equal to IA. That means 2 5 1 3 equal to 1 0 0 1 A. Anyhow we have to make this one identity matrix. So 1 0 0 1 we have to make. So go with the first one, that is applying C1 or yes C1 prime tends to C1 by 2. then what you are getting, just check it out. Here 1, here 1 by 2, here 5, here 3, equal to same operations you have to conduct over here also. That means here 1 by 2, 0, 0, 1. Okay students. Now this one 5. This one we have to make what? 0. So first of all, applying C2 prime tends to C2 minus 5C1. Then what it will be? Automatically here 1, 1 by 2, no change. Here it will be 0, and here it will be what? 3 minus 5 by 2. 3 minus 5 by 2 will be what? 1 by 2. Okay? Is equal to, here also no change here, but here what you are getting? Minus C2 minus 5 by 2. Okay? And here 1A. Okay? Now look at here. 1 0 0 1. Anyhow we have to make. So this one we have got. Now this one half, this one also half. Now applying C1 prime tends to C1 minus C2, because this minus this automatically will get here 0. So 1 0 0 half equal to half minus of minus 5 by 2 means 6 by 2, that means 3 here. Okay, 0 minus 1 means minus 1, and here no change, 5 by 2 1 A. Now look at here, 1 0 0 half, only you have to make it here 1. How you will make it? Simply I am doing over here, applying what you have to do, C2, yes, C2 prime tends to 2C2. Tell me yes or no. Then automatically you are getting what? 1 0 and 0 1, and here 3 minus 1, this is 3, and 2C2, that means here minus 5, and here 2A. So look at here, you have got the identity matrix here. So directly you can write A inverse equal to 3 minus 5 minus 1 2. Yes students, I hope it is clear.